Hi everyone, welcome to a tutorials. This is a two-in-one tutorials. We are going to be covering how to get colors or how to get high contrast colors, but also on how to create color palettes in Illustrator. So let's run in the title. So now to get high contrast colors, most times you visit, this is the site I usually use most times. So based on demand, I am showing you what I use on a daily basis. I'll leave the link in the description so you can check it out and see how it works. So the site is pigment.shapefactory.co or .co. So this is where I get most of my color combinations, and you can tweak it. I'm going to show you how you can use it and some of the things that you can do with it. So with the site, you can adjust the pigmentation of each color that you see. Okay, I think I have an interest in this, so I can adjust the pigment to see how it will look when there is high pigmentation or when there's low pigmentation with it. So I could increase it and see how it looks, and also I can decrease it and see it being washed out. I can also work with the lighting. That's can work with the lighting, which is quite similar to the pigmentation, and also I can reduce it to suit my taste. So you can work with different things like this, and there are a lot of color combinations that you can see here. Also, you can choose which kind or which color within the spectrum that you want to work with by going here and you clicking on this, then it shows you all the colors available on the site. Now, when you select a color, it actually shows you different colors that go well with it or can have good combination with it. It can be either complementary colors, or it could be colors that are totally opposite or something like that in the spectrum. So let's see if we can go with kind of yellow. So now we can see the combination that yellow has with different colors. Remember, you can also adjust the pigmentation to see which one suits you best. Now, when you like a particular color, you could add the color to your favorite, which adds here, and you can see the colors that you have saved previously before. You can also go back and work on different ones. So this is how you can actually use the site. So also you can search for a particular, maybe a thing, or probably you're trying to work on a project, and you are looking for colors that will go well with it. So let me say I'm working on a food poster, and I want some colors that will go with it. So I could just go here and search for food and enter, and wait for it to just bring out the results for me. Now it brings out most of like every single combination possible, and then see how you can work with those combinations. So you could see my hair, it has a combination of yellow and also like a blue, kind of like a royal blue kind of color. So you could choose the pigmentation also. You could choose the degree to which the color is, so there's contrast to which the color is, so that you can work with it, and you could have those different combinations. So let me show you how you can create color palettes with the colors being selected here. Okay, now we're back in Illustrator, and let us see how we can use those colors that we have selected. First of all, before we go into copying hex codes or copying the colors code and seeing how we can create palettes with it, we'll draw a shape. We'll draw two shapes instead. That's to the height of the brightest and also the darkest color. So the tune of the colors from the lightest to the darkest of it. So let's go. Selected the first, we created the first one, we duplicate, instead go back, zoom in a little bit, duplicate, and ensure there's enough space between the two shapes. Now let's go to site. Let's say we want to use this, and we select this. So we could go and select from the lightest of the shades of blue, and then we select the hex code because that's what we're going to be using. Then now we select one of the shapes, we double click on this here, that's on the fill, and we paste it, press OK, and the color has been copied already. Now we go back into the go back to the site and let's work with it. So we choose the darkest, we copy the hex code, we come here, select this, double click on this, and you paste, and that's how you have the shades of this. So let's go and do the other one before we come into creating the palette. Let's go back here, choose the lightest. So now we have a degree, that's a degree of the tonation, or of how light or dark these colors are within the color palette, within the site, or with the site, from the site we just got them from. So have a degree to how light or how dark the color is. So now let's create our palette. Now all you have to do is just select the two of them, that's the two colors, the similar colors. You go to object, you go to blend, and you can choose make. Now automatically it will make a gradient for you because it works from lightest to the darkest, and see how we can merge them to blend them together. But this is not what we want. Let us work on something that we want. So here, once you click on it and start selected, you can go here, which is the blend tool, and you double click on it. You choose this options here to specified steps, and you choose this value, change the value to 2, and you press OK. And that's how it creates the different color palettes from the lightest to the darkest for you. And then you could select it, you go to object, you go to expand, and you press OK. Now they are now objects, individual objects, but they are grouped. So let us ungroup them. You can either right click on it and ungroup to become different shapes. So we can do this also with this. Select both of them. There's a shortcut for it. If you go to objects, you go to blend, and you go to make, you will see a shortcut, Alt Control B. So we could do that same here, Control Alt B. I'll have the blend tool, we double click here, we choose here to specified steps, make it 2, I'll press OK. We'll come here to object, we'll come to expand, I'll press OK, and we ungroup them by either holding Ctrl Shift G to ungroup. So they're now different shapes, and this is how you can create your color palette using the pigment shape factory.co. So thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next tutorials.